Hi, welcome, Simon here, and I hope you're doing well. In this video, I'll be replacing the screen, and I'll tell you what are the symptoms I got in this MacBook Pro. This is the 2016 or the 2017 MacBook Pro 15-inch, and the model of this is A1707. So what happened to it is one day the screen has no display. You can hear the Apple sound that comes on when you open up the screen, but when you look at it, there's no display or whatsoever. In fact, there is a display, but it's really dim. Dim to a point that you can hardly see any of it. Now, if you take a look carefully on your computer, you tilt it to a certain angle, you should be able to see that little fortune cookies right there. So that is the user login picture. And there's going to be another one here. Maybe it's a guess, or it could be unknown pictures right there. I hardly can see it, but I do see that picture here on the screen, but it's really dim. I tried to increase the LCD screen, but I still couldn't see anything on it. So I need to replace the screen, and I'll walk you through the step-by-step on how to do that. First, I'm going to press and hold the power button until the computer shut off. As you can see, the caps lock is on because I turned it on. There's a little green light. Press and hold long enough until that green light disappeared. You can take a look here. That fortune cookie icon is gone, so I know the screen is turned off. Alright, so the next step is to go ahead and get myself a Pentalope P5. This is a Pentalope P5 screwdriver. We're going to remove the screws here for the back cover. The two screws on the top left and right corner is a lot longer. The four screws here at the bottom is a lot shorter. So do not mix match the screw because we're going to put it back accordingly afterwards. Once you have removed 6 screws, the next step I'd like you to do is to go ahead and pop open the back cover. So get the metal prying tool. I'm going to stick it in between the back cover and the base of the computer because I'm going to get my finger in it underneath and pop the corner here. You can hear that little click. Turn around. You want to do the same on the other side of your laptop. Pop it. Because there's no screw here on the side, they use the clipper to clip on the back cover. So you need to pop it up. The next thing is to slide that back cover down. So I'm using my thumb to push the base at the bottom, and my other finger is pulling down that back cover. Push and pull, and there you go. We just removed the back cover. You see that little thing here? That is to slide it in. So you can't just lift it up, you need to slide it out in order to remove the back cover. Okay, so if you want to take this opportunity to clean your fan, go ahead and do so. You can use the A-can duster, spray, and dust it off. That will take care of the problem. Alright, the next step I like to do is to disconnect the battery. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll be using a Torque T4. This is a Torque T4 screwdriver. Remove the 2 screws. My mistake. Actually, you can leave that on. Sorry, my mistake. I haven't worked on this laptop for a while. I thought that was the battery. I was paused for a second, but my guess was wrong. So let me put it back here. You don't have to remove that thing. Apologize for that. In fact, you just need to remove that plastic cover. So this plastic cover here is covering up the battery, so just remove it. Now here, you might want to take a closer look. See if I can zoom it a little bit. Okay, so here you want to kind of peel the tape to the back, peel it to the back a little bit. Okay, so that you can expose that connector here. And this connector has a little clipper. You gotta flip open that clipper. Once the clipper is open, now you can slide this cable to your left. To remove that cable. Okay, once you have removed that cable, get yourself a T5 screwdriver, it's your T4, a torque 4. Unscrew, and that should do it. So what it does is this little thing is like a connector that connects together, draws the battery power. So once you remove the screw and separate, have a little gap in between, then there's no power being drawn. All right, I'm going to jump straight to the screen. Now, using a T4 screwdriver, I'll be removing the screws here. Make sure you do not mix match the screw, because all the screws are in different size for different purpose. My recommendation for you is maybe you want to take a picture before you start unscrewing them. So take a picture of the computer, print out that paper, print out that picture, right? And then as you remove the screw, you want to put the screw on top of that paper, so you know that that screw belongs to that device. All right, so once you have removed that 2 screws, that bracket would come right off. So I remove 2, 4, 6 screws here at the bottom. Continue removing a few more other screws. The screws here on the top, the 2 screws here on the top, where it's holding down the display board. Remove that. Still using the T4. Okay, I have removed that. Now we're going to remove this 2 screw and the bracket that is holding on to the LCD connector. 2 screw, the bracket. Kind of need to pry it open. They're just like Lego, they snap on, so you just pry it up. And this is the LCD board that we need to remove later on. All right, so that is done. T4, unscrew. That is for your Wi-Fi. The cable here, you just have to pop it straight up. So the Wi-Fi connector, you want to pay a very close attention to it. Do not pull, it just pop up. Okay, just leave it straight up. Okay, so the next step, you need to have a Pentalope P2, the really small one. .8. Okay, Pentalope P2 0.8, the tiny little one for the Wi-Fi. And again, if you're not sure where to buy the tools from, please check the link down description below. I'll link them to connect you to either Amazon or eBay, where you can find the replacement parts or the tools. Okay. About the screen, I got mine from eBay, a used screen. Unfortunately, I'm not able to find a brand new replacement screen, So the only thing is available is going to be a use on eBay. I might able to link them, but it may be available now and it might not be available by the time that you watch the video. So because it's a use, I don't think they can restock it all the time, so the link might not work. So just do your own due diligence. Go to eBay, type for the model, look around, make sure you have questions. You can reach out to the seller, ask them if this is the right screen, things like that. Okay, I'm still removing the screw. This is the antenna screw. So a lot of them, so take your time when you remove the screw. There are 16 of them, I believe. They're all the same, so it is okay if you mix match the Wi-Fi antenna screws here. All right, back to T4, torque 4. I'll be removing the screw here. This is the protector for your hinge. This one here is the right. Remove the 2 screws. Remove the bracket, put it on the side. This one here is on your left. Remove the screw. Remove the hinge bracket, put it on the side. Now the next step is to get myself a T8 torque 8 screwdriver. Remove the screws. There are 3 on each side of it. Okay, once you have removed that, now we can disconnect the Wi-Fi antenna. So I'm just simply lift it up, slightly little up, and then slide away from my body. So going that direction, sliding it, because I got to remove the Wi-Fi cable. So you just have to slide it out. Okay, once you slide it out, just leave it on the side. Now we can disconnect and remove the LCD screen. So I'm opening up my MacBook here, flipping up all the way to the back, about 90-degree angle, and then you can see that how I pop the hinge off, and you're just gonna pop it off on both sides. Okay, so lift it up at about 90-degree or slightly more behind the 90-degree and pop it right up. Okay, so this is the replacement screen, and before you install, make sure the hinge is pushed back a little bit in the back, about 90-degree angle. Make sure that the cables is gonna go on top of your laptop. So make sure you have this cable, all of them, right, going on top of the laptop. Now what you want to do is you want to slide it in the hinge at that 90-degree angle, install that hinge, slide it in. Okay, now you can see the hinge is free. Coming back here, double check, make sure the cable is sitting on top. All right, which it is. Now what you want to do is while you're holding the base on your computer, and just put 1 screw here to close the hinge down, because we need to close the hinge in order to close the screen. So 1 screw, close that hinge down. Coming back here, okay, align that thing, make sure the screw goes in. So one screw here, and then the second screw goes to the other side. Tighten that hinge down, and now we can close the screen. Once the screen is closed, we are back to the position where we can work easily. Put all the screws back in, 3 on each side of the hinge. Okay, once you have done with that, now what we want to do is double check, make sure the flex cables are all facing up. That's good. Now what we want to do is we want to slide that Wi-Fi cable back in to your computer. So there's a tiny little hole right here. If you pay close attention to, slide it into that hole and then go underneath that heat sink and then coming on top of the motherboard. Be patient when you slide it in, do not force all the way in, okay? Slide in 3 of the cable. Okay, I see one of the cables sticking out, so I'm going to help the cable to lift up a little bit because it's going to go on top of the motherboard. Okay, once we have all 3 of the cables sitting on top, now the next part is to get that metal piece. Goes on top of the motherboard as well, which is like so. Now we can press that Wi-Fi antenna, clip it back onto the base, right in the center. You just press it in, you clip it back on. Do not forget the 2 hinge on the side. Okay, get yourself the T4, screw it back in. Okay, so what I like to do is just kind of put 2 or 3 Wi-Fi screw back on it because I want to test the screen before I turn it off. I mean before I close up everything. So I'm just gonna put 1 or 2, maybe 2 or 3 the Wi-Fi antenna screw. Okay, that should be enough. Now we're gonna have T4. I need that screw to hold on to the display board, so let's put that in. Okay, have the LCD cable goes back into the connector, so they are just like Lego. Make sure you align them in a position and press it down. Do not forget the bracket and that 2 screw. The other 2 screw is to hold down the display board, that LCD board. So put it back in. Before I put the Wi-Fi antenna screw back, I would like to install the cable first. Now the Wi-Fi antenna cable, they are just circles, all right? They are in a round shape. So what you really need to do is do not force it down. Okay, you just need to find that circle goes on top of the motherboard. So the motherboard circle is a lot smaller, and then the Wi-Fi connector here is a lot bigger, so it goes on top. What you need to do is just find that sweet spot, and once you found that sweet spot, it'll be very easy to get in. No force, no pressure. When you push a little bit and the thing would just snap in together. So that's what you want. Do not press it hard, okay? Do not press it hard. Once you have 3 of the Wi-Fi connector goes in, now you can put the screw to secure that antenna. Okay, this part right here, you just have to flip it in, tuck it back in, flip it backwards and tuck it in, and have the screw installed. The only screw I'm leaving out right now is the Wi-Fi antenna, because there's 16 of them. A lot of them need to be installed and they're very tiny. So to cut the video short, I'm just going to leave it out for now, because I want to test the screen, making sure the screen works. If not, then I would have to return the screen or do something about it. So, but the rest of other stuff, I can do it very easily. So we're just going to finish it up. Okay. Make sure you reconnect the battery. Screw it in. Now the cable, make sure the clipper is still open, meaning it's flip up. Now you're going to slide that cable to your right. So make sure you're in a position. It aligns it. And then use that tape to pull, to tuck it in. Don't have to pull hard, you just have to tuck it in. And once it's all the way in, and then close that clipper, close it down, and have the tape to reconnect again. All right, that should be it. Let's see if it turns on and have a display. Okay, the fan is spinning. And it stops. We might need a battery, need the charger. Hold on. Hopefully you have enough. Yep, there you go. I guess not. We do need a charger. It turns on. I have a screen, so I have a display. What I want to do is just cover up the name. As you can see that I was telling you the fortune cookie on the screen was showing up. Now we have a full display. Okay, let me try to shut it down here. Where's my... Okay, my cursor is here, shut down. So the thing is shutting down. Now I can come back and finish up all the tiny screw for the Wi-Fi. Now if you do find this video is helpful, please go ahead and click the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I hope that this video was able to help you to fix your screen. And again, if your MacBook Pro have a dim screen, then you need to watch this video and do your own repair. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye now.